bring the bracket up. Let's dive right into what we've got going on today in that first matchup that Darkness and I will chat about in just a moment. We got Tang going up against Bubbles. Followed that up with J King and Dion. Those are both the two winners of the first two OCCs of the years. That's going to be a heck of a match. Artemisia against the man, a relative newcomer to the OCC, and Kato as well, taking on No 5 in that last matchup. So we've got a nice balance here of newcomers, of the old guard. You've got Tang, who is formerly known as XY, competing here. We've got, like I said, the previous two winners of the OCCs. We've got Bubbles, a frequent caster on the show. There's a lot to be excited about, Darkness.
Yeah, but Tang would never do this here. Bubbles is under pressure here, so he needs to do the trades. Luckily, Bubbles found some guards here that might protect his HQ against these onslaught on attacks there from the double Bologna. But we might get to a point where Bubbles has to deploy units into Tang units with activated countermeasures, and that can be really, really annoying for Bubbles to do. Like, just imagine you play a B17 into a 2 credit from the deep. Like, you don't really want to do that. Bubbles cannot attack into the Red Devils now, and then play the B17 because Red Devils is guarded by the Legions. Also, no delaying tactics here.
I mean, he can clear the board with, he can attack the Lightning into the 6/6 if he wants to.
Oh no! Now he needs to play the defend and death probably. Is he going for it? No, keeping it. Okay.
Oh, he's just tanking the 6 damage to face. Oh, and there's a Hellcat.
Especially with the Hellcat. Oh wait,
your Legion's units.
It's an 8.
Wait, now we're up to 11 damage. Underground state.
I cannot attack with the Hellcat this turn. So, but Bubble's not having any healing so far. So he really needs. He can save himself by himself one turn here with the defend and death, but not the defend and death. How is it called? That 0 credit, added 3 credit research.
Yeah, depth charges.
Death charges, something other,
Yes.
Another card with death.
So depth charges would give his HQ smokescreen. But look at this, just having the damage get pushed.
God.
8 damage. He's down to 4. Delaying tactics. That means he can just get rid of that 9/9 unit if he wants to, and then he can drop the stars and stripes, and that's going to almost clear the backline as well. Any errant units will be dealt with the carpet bomb on following turns. So
that Hellcat sitting there and waiting. So
yeah, that's the big thing.
Pretty sure Bubbles is not going to play the death. You can do this and then move it to the front line, maybe. The lightning to the front line, or play the death charges.
He has to play the depth charges. Moving the lightning to the front line would not be enough. Keep in mind, though, the Hellcat will only do 3 damage.
That's a good point, yeah, because of the Jesco, and Tang not really having any answer for that.
Wow, Bubbles is going for the win.
Whoa, balls of steel here.
Yeah, maybe he wants to go for penicillin.
He might lose his Jesco on next turn. Oh wait, it's even this turn. I did not see the United We Stand. Oh man, Mr. Bubbles. That was a short appearance, unfortunately.
Yeah, 2-0 there by Tang. I've played so many games where I've delayed the commando to turn 3, played a commando plus a cup of tea, but the amount of tempo you get by just dropping the commando on turn 2, and if they don't have an answer for it, you can pretty much seal out the game. Look at turn 4. That's going to come up out for Dion. It's going to be a Crusader plus a cup of tea.
J King's not killing this right away. I mean, I tend to see Commando kill Commando for the most part. Now there's a 50-50 that could really hurt J King bad. Ooh, nope. Dion does not win that 50-50 there.
And now 2 out of the 4 87 Grenadiers are gone. But there's an Uncle Sam!
I don't think you play yet. I think you have to get rid of the 87 so that you can copy Leopold. Yeah, he's going to do that. We never see Airstrike, by the way. Like, we never see that card.
No, and Hipper's going to come out here. J King just does not want to play into any of these countermeasures.
Yeah, Hipper always, best the first turn you can play it on curve, reduce their credits. It's kind of like reducing their credits by 7, because that's so many turns where they're missing out.
JK's just overdrawing. He just does not care. He's like,
maybe he should care a little bit. I mean, there's no 87 Grenadiers that you're buffing. I mean, you saw him react to losing Grenguard. That's one of the worst cards to lose. So I mean, feel like at this point you can start throwing away Condors or Seaforth or whatever.
Yeah, but I mean,
Dion doesn't have any face damage, so I would be okay throwing away. Nope, he's gonna overdraw again. This has to be the most past turns we've ever seen in OCC ever, or just ever. Period. Really good discards again from J King. J King is out big braining himself here. He can't do this forever because he can't draw his Comet because his hand is full.
No, he has his Comet. He has his Comet.
Oh, he does have his Comet. Yeah.
He's never gonna be able. He's never gonna be able
yeah,
to
either
play
way,
it.
yeah, he can't play it because he knows it's gonna instantly die. Well, yeah, I mean, because he's got 3 destructions up, so like he could do something like Condor into the Comet, but Condor will die, and then Comet would die too, or would get bounced or something.
He would have to do Condor, Comet. I would just love if we could have like a text, thought to text going on each player screen where we could just see what they're thinking, because I feel like they probably have some sort of plan. I just don't understand.
They definitely have a plan, but I mean, a lot of people have a plan. It doesn't mean okay. Definitely play the Condor. You can attack with Comet right now because it's gonna get entrapment. So playing out Condor is good.
He's checking for.
Unfortunately for Dion, he didn't activate, and I'm not sure, but he didn't activate Airstrike. So that Condor actually is gonna soak up the entrapment next turn. Okay, here it is finally.
Airstrike, entrapment.
Okay, he's gonna.
And J King's gonna get in. No, he
didn't play
envelop.
Yeah.
I've never seen a game like this. I don't
actually.
Know
what's crazier is that Dion could have won. Like if he didn't lose Leopold, won. Isn't that insane?
If he just didn't do anything, he would have won. And there we go. There's the surrender. The game.
How are you gonna do nothing for 25 turns and then all of a sudden be the first guy to blink and play out your Schwalbe when you know U-Boat is right in hand? I respect Dion's memeing so much, but if he could stop memeing, I think he could win. Well, he was kind of memeing when he did win that one, so I don't know. Credit to him.
Yeah, I mean, Dion, he keeps surprising us with what he pulls out, and I mean, surely he must have found some success with this deck on ladder or.
I don't know about practice. That. I've played in practice probably. I would think he had practice with this, but I've played Dion, many a time, and I've definitely never seen him play anything like this.
He found exploit the gap. Is it
but nothing is ever going to hit the front line.
That 87 Grenadier is not going to do anything to save Dion from his fate. J King is going to end this game with 2 attacks to the HQ, and J King advances past Dion 2-1. Yeah, I mean, those 2 Blitzkrieg's are going to count, because he had the Panzer 3F out on the field as well. That Befelswagen had Blitz, meaning that it could attack last turn.
Greyhound on top. Double Blitzkrieg on 5 German tanks. 1 tank is enough to kill the Bologna regiment, and the rest is just destroying the HQ. 25 damage. It's not looking good for the man. He's able to kill the nasty Catalina, what is very important, but the damage is already done. There are a lot of units on the field, and with this medical battalion, this unit allows Nora 5 to trade really, really efficient. It buffs all other units by 1 attack and is healing all other units at the end of your turn. So he's trading, but instead of allowing the man to kill everything with Winter Offensive, everything is now healed, and the Legions will survive the 4 damage AoE.
He is lethal, right? His Unity is Strength.
And Unity is Strength. This will
it's going to be plus 4/4. Yeah,
yeah,
that's lethal.
Absolutely right. You're so great at calculating, Ollie. Exactly lethal.
Wow. I mean, I caught that before you, Darkness. I'm never gonna let you live that down. I calculated that.
I just remember this one event where you couldn't count to 7,
I know.
I won't forget that as well. But I give you this one.
My question is, if Tang had pretty much done this move like one turn earlier, would that have been game? Because him passing that one turn a couple turns ago, he just floated all his credits, right? And that gave J King a chance to get off a War Machine and a War Bonds, pushing him to 15 credits. Something like he would not have had the credits to deal with the board state if he wasn't allowed to ramp a little bit earlier.
He drew that. He only floated 4 credits, and this was the right decision. I think personally, the Wellington Rough Lightning play was not great. He could have played Honey, Wellington, the Alliance, attacking the HQ and pinning with Monty the Avenger, reducing J King's chances to survive with the B17 to 33. So this would be more devastating. J King here has a very nice way to deal with this.
Yep.
Actually,
There's a couple of ways.
he needs to check for Ultra, and now he's playing Stars and Stripes, killing 2 of 3 units, and with United Restand, he's killing the Sexton. This was really nice. While only 2 HP, this Wellington
Oh my god!
found the Wellington out of the deck. Oh,
There we go. That's going to be game. J King goes down 0-1 against Tang here. You can't really make a lot of mistakes now. And I think the quartermasters for J King might come in clutch, because the fact that he is able to start cycling through his deck, finding that ramp, getting himself to like 15, 17, 19 credits, the sooner the better, because that's going to allow him to much more effectively deal with whatever Tang throws out on the field.
losing the Rough Lightning here hurts a little bit, but not enough. The Avenger feels really nice. The Tano Regiment has to die. It's a mass This unit is able to deploy or to add a lot of legions. Anytime you play an intel card, you're getting an additional legions and a card draw to your hand. The Quartermaster is ridiculous.
And the medical battalion showing up pretty late.
Yeah. Tang now has to kill the support line. Is he using Stars and Stripes or both United Restand? I don't know why he's saving the United Restands. What he's saving.
Yeah. It's going to help him as well. Like, now he has 2 additional credits every turn.
Exactly. J King is so low on cards. He has like 2 left. It's mass deployment time.
Yeah, hoping. Will he get any of the Blitz bombers possible through mass deployment? For anyone curious, what mass deployment does is that it adds 3 US units to your support line with the total cost equal to your credit slots. He gets a Pershing.
Well, that's a chunky unit.
It's a Pershing.
And
That's
the Pershing is getting healed by the medical battalion.
and it prevents him from dying. And there we go. Tang surrenders. The mass deployment comes up huge for J King.
The Condor is not killing the Tano. He could trade Comet into the Tano and dropping the Grenguard. But Tang is able to send this back with...
Yeah, you have to expect the underground state.
Yeah.
Cutting it close on time. Oh, he manages to get it all out. He takes out the legions.
Taking out the legions, dropping. Well, underground, Unity.
Yeah, this is game. This is going to be Plan West as well. He can move the chocolate boys up. He can be 2, 4, 6. He can do a +6/+6.
Is Unity giving +1/+1?
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't even have to deploy more, but that was it. He finds the Unity off the top there, and that's going to be enough to give him the damage to take out J King and Tang in the same month where he found his first season win. On the ladder, he has secured himself a spot in the finals against NoWin5, knocking out J King 7, putting him in the third place match against the man. So a huge month of cards here for Tang, and congratulations for him for securing that spot in the finals.
So a lot of options here for J King. You can just attack with Catalina into the Dashima, attack with Long Tom, kill it, go for the research maybe, advance the research so you can have better options later with 2 nukes in hand.
I guess the only drawback for J King right now is the fact that the Catalina is going to make him overdraw if he doesn't start emptying his hand.
Yeah, that was at this point this was not really the best card to get, because the overdraw will hit hard here.
Because it just made room in the hand of J King for both Manhattan projects.
Yeah, exactly. And that is exactly what is happening here, giving J King the chance to set up lethal. And the man really needs something with Blitz to play Mare Nostrum on him, but
that's going to be it. That's going to be game. He's not able to find anything. I guess the only way that he could potentially get out of this is if he finds his Comet off the top.
Mare Nostrum, right?
Yeah. If he finds a Comet off the top with that single Enigma.
Yeah. Would be cool to see the options here. Looks like J King is not too happy with what he can choose between.
I'll tell you the options. He has Royal Research, MI5, and Fog of War. That's not the options that he was looking for. Royal Research is going to heal him up enough so that he doesn't die to the double nukes, but he's going to be extremely low HP afterwards.
So what do we discard here?
Yeah, that's a tough choice.
Let's go for the Sherman. Does not want any draw. That is very risky, because now you have a 25% chance that any discard just hits your research there, and you just invested all the credits for nothing. And look what is sitting there in J King's hand. He even knows it. He got the intel sign. Oh god.
Double wolf pack. But I mean, J King is so low.
Yeah, but
there's the intel card gone.
How's the man ever dealing 10 damage there?
And he can have him discard as well if he wants to.
That is just insane.
Wow, what a card off the top there for J King. Heal.
Ooh, and the carpet and the Wellington.
That's going to be game. That was everything J King needed. The Orb Orzel got to be discarded because of the U16. The man tries to reclaim the front line, put on some pressure, but he's about to get carpet bombed to smithereens. And for anything that doesn't get caught in that carpet bomb, it can be finished off with that Wellington coming in at 0 credits. It can be bounced back into the backline by that lightning.
Also pincer it with the second Paracy, so much potential plays here. Oh no, you cannot pincer it because you don't have space. But you could pincer one of the honeys maybe, or that C4.
You can't do the Condor Paracy combo. It's the main kind of consoling factor. J King just chipping away at really these
helping.
Second California. And there we go. There's the surrender.
There's the surrender. Saw that there was no chance to win and just did an end to this. Nice, GG. 3-0 for J King. Very impressive. And just won himself $200 here, right?
Yep. Congratulations to J King. He's going to claim third place. Even though he got relegated to the third place match, he was not on the opinion that he was going to, not leave with any money. So good news is that, he can draw both an attack from the Sexton and the Wrath Lightning if he wants to trade out that Mosquito, Oh, now it's just the Sexton. That top deck Greyhound means that the backline is going to get buffed. That sets up an amazing trade onto that Honey with the Lightning and allows him to kill the Mosquito with the Sexton. And I think that Greyhound will prove to be an extremely important card to have found at this point in the game. Plus Alliance combo, but that's not going to be enough for him to even deal with. Ooh, Empire
something.
Strikes.
3 against.
He's one bomber short though.
Yeah. He doesn't have the credits to kill another fighter.
And that's going to be it. So Unity is strength, plus
Strategic bombing.
strategic bombing is
This
enough.
will kill the Lancaster.
Yep, and enough to delay lethal.
Well, not really, because HMS and the Alliance and the Sexton.
Yeah.
So Tang did it. He only used 3 tries to pull 1 win off against No and 5. Better than I did in last Cards Open. So credit to him. Yeah, now in 9-5 playing strategic. Unity killing the Lancaster, moving another Legion into the front, playing very effective.
Little does he know.
Well, he sees the cards. It's intel, Ollie.
Oh yeah, of course. Well, everything he knows. He knows that death is coming. And there we go. That's the lethal. And Tang takes us to game number 4. We talked about it before the series. This was going to be a grueling one. And my God, have these games been grinding it out.
Root out the enemy it's not great. It doesn't feel like doing enough, but it kills the Sherman.
It kills the Sherman, but in this matchup, you're looking for an opportunity to use the root out on a bunch of 2 HP legions. But that opportunity is not likely to present itself up from this moment, this game, I think.
Definitely not. I think he has to play root out. Comet can't even kill the Red Devil because of the +1 credit. So root out is the only choice right now. And Kalina is going to draw a bunch of new cards. Ooh, this would be so strong. Finally a strong Callistalk. Great play by Tang here. Still 8 damage.
Yeah, and this is classic No and 5, right? Like, he does not develop the board if he has units on board. He just goes for the jugular. And you see the pressure he's been able to put out with this Polish deck already. I mean, Tang has been struggling and fighting to answer him every step of the way, but it's just not enough. Somehow, no one just gets the damage through.
No one just gets the damage through. That's it. And yes, like you mentioned, if No and 5 is able to operate units on the field and attack, he's going to do that. What is, well, it looks logical, but a lot of people won't do that. They are like wasting the opportunity to attack and deploying more units, but often, especially if you're playing aggressive, it's just better to use your units, to use your weapon. As you can see, Tang is fighting and he is killing some units, but because No and 5 did another 4 damage, he's down to
Wait,
4.
it's lethal. It's lethal.
Yeah, it's lethal.
It's lethal in so many different ways. He could have planned West, Unity is strength. He could No and 5. Just seemingly unstoppable when it comes to these decks and when it comes to these matches. Congratulations, No and 5, on an amazing OCC victory.
That was wow. 9-5 won was basically, well, he improved his his deck lists, of course, but he won Cards Open, he won the OCC, he was very high in the ladder, and right now, if I'm looking at the rank board, I'm not surprised. 9-5 is second at the ladder as well. This man is currently dominating KARDS esports. Congrats.